I am the owner and founder of a holistic fitness studio called Core 954. My personal journey was the reason I got into what I do. Been through a lot in my life, and I really love to dedicate my time into helping men and women, but just kind of feeling comfortable in their own skin, looking at a different approach to wellness, and yeah.
Just pass this.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Heather Gilchrist. I am an entrepreneur and a consultant. I like tackling a new big project every couple of years to keep things exciting. I'm on the board here at the Women's Pub, so if anybody wants to learn more about this adorable building and facility, let me know. We do all kinds of outreach to the community, different volunteerism projects and community drives. I am now on a personal mission to ensure that all of my friends and all of the ladies in perimenopause and beyond are absolute badasses and ninjas in their old age.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Michelle Harper. I am an attorney in Broward County. I specialize in domestic violence injunctions. For the past 10 years of my career, I've helped women and some men secure dozens of injunctions against their abusers. I'm really passionate about helping those that are victims of violence, and it's a very meaningful cause to me.
Hello, I'm Jacqueline Jimenez with Newsworthy Stories. I've been a news producer and media strategist, 22 years in the newsroom, 30 years in the business and more. But I just had the opportunity to tell stories, build businesses, give them visibility, and really looking for the difference makers like you in the room. And so those are the people I'd like to highlight. I've also worked in the nonprofit world with Neighbors for Neighbors as a field producer there. And so just that love for nonprofit, love for community, love for missions, that's what Newsworthy Stories is about.
Thank you. I'm Kim Prytown. I'm the CEO of Gilda's Club, South Florida. We're a cancer support organization named in honor of Gilda Radner, one of the original Saturday Night Live comedians who died very young of cancer. So giving back to the community for me means having our doors open, being able to provide at no cost cancer support services so that people don't have to go through cancer alone. We serve women, children, and men. It's very rewarding to be there for other people. In my spare time, I teach Krav Maga self-defense. It's very rewarding to be able to empower women.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Anna Sasmarison. I'm the founder and Chief Leadership Officer with Transformation Through Conversations. I don't just serve women, I serve leaders. And I think everyone is a leader. I thrive to raise the leadership level in the community through the various programs that I engage with, from youth to seniors. I have an event this coming week, and the age gap between the youngest and the oldest is about 80 years. It's my passion to empower leadership in every human being, at home, at work, and in the community. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Alexandra Silva-Lavar. I am the CEO and founder of Alexandra Marketing and PR firm. I am also an author, and I love serving women, really. I mean, that's my passion, that's my brand. I help them show up scared, no matter what. A lot of times we allow fear to hold us back from doing incredible things that we were born to do. So my book actually is coming out in a couple of days, my second book called Show Up Scared. So I lead a lot in this community. I'm also the president of Commercial Real Estate for Women. So I pretty much do a lot of women organizations and part of a lot of that. So thank you.
Hold up, just a second.
We're extending the microphone.
My name is Wendy Marina Anderson. I'm an aquatic performer. I have been an aquatic performer for a long time and ran the longest running aquatic show in South Florida, nearly 20 years. I'm also a alternative photographer. I do underwater photography, kind of like more DeChapelle kind of stuff. I'm also a percussionist. I play taiko drums that range in weight from 35 pounds to nearly 400. And also a member of the Exotic Pet Amnesty Program to help provide homes for exotic animals that need places to go. The main thing that I like to do now is one-on-one. I show them how to work in the underwater environment and be able to perform so that you can take photographs and video and such. And most people who have never done it in their lives, to see them do it and see a photograph as a result of it is really a great reward. So I'd like to continue doing that. Thank you.
I'm Tamika James of CTJ, 360 Photo Booth. I'm a photo booth owner, but I started this business because I wanted an extra income, but I realized that I really just wanted to capture people, their moments, let people have fun, smile, and just have a good time. So my business morphed into this whole thing where I capture content now. So I do events and just get people to show me on camera who they are and let the rest of the world see it. So I'm super passionate about capturing moments. I'm also the president of the Diva Locals chapter, which is the Pembroke Pines and Miramar chapter. And I'm super excited to service women to make sure they're coming together and being able to help each other. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So the next question is, what is your inspiring message to the community? And thank you all for sharing.
My inspiring message would be that, especially hitting the 40s, it's not the end of the world. And I think that being able to really reinvent yourself and have that second chance, you know, we go through a first part of life and it could be kind of crazy, but you always have tomorrow. And I think it just, for me, it was just empowering.
I'm gonna actually disagree with my friend here, who I've known since we were 4. Not only is it not the end of the world, there's never been a better time to be a woman in your 40s or beyond. The coolest things that I've done have been in my 40s, and I like dragging people with me whenever possible. As Erica can attest, we are currently creating a recreation ranch in my property in Central Florida. I hike the Appalachian Trail. I am 8 weeks and 6 days away from my first bodybuilding competition at the age of 47. It's not too late. This is a great time to be whoever you want to be. There's never been a better time medically or socially to be a woman in perimenopause and beyond. Don't be afraid to be your own best advocate. You have to advocate for yourself with your care team, and I encourage you to do so.
Thank you so much.
So for me, I have 2 kids, they're here today, a 7-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old son. For me, it was really finding a work-life balance. Once I had my son, I said, oh my gosh, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna balance going to work full-time, taking care of the house, taking care of the kids, dropping the kids off, going to extracurriculars? But where there's a will, there's a way. I would encourage anyone that thinks they can't have a work-life balance to really just push forward, because even if it feels impossible at times, and I'm not gonna lie, it is hard sometimes. It can be very overwhelming. It's certainly doable. It takes a village. I have a lot of support from my husband, my mother, and my friends. It definitely can be done.
Thank you.
For me, life started at 40 because my son was born at 40 and my daughter was born at 42. I didn't even marry till I was 37. So life for me was brand new at 40. I am not 40 anymore. But one thing that has kept me from day to day is that I start where I am and use what I have all day. You don't have to have what the other person has, and you don't need to do business with everyone.
Well, when I think about this question, it reminds me of my dad. He always felt bad that he didn't have enough to give because he didn't finish high school. He went to vocational school right after 8th grade. In my 60s, I look back, and the things that I learned that were the most important were the things I learned from my dad, and that was a sense of values. And so I don't think as women we should ever forget our values and who we are as people. And that carries me through everything that I do in life. It's something that no one can ever take away.
Yes. Thank you.
I love that. Values are so important. My message to you I think what I'm going to go with is that I really want to empower you to use your voice, because you are the message. Your life is a message. Your story matters. If you choose to use your voice to tell your story, you are going to impact lives. And it does not matter where you came from. I grew up in communist Romania. I had no idea that one day I'll be sitting here sharing my story with you. It doesn't matter where you start. As we advance in life, we are shy to look back and peel the onion over all the different experiences that we've gone through. Some we're embarrassed about, some we're glad about, some we celebrate, some we hide, but you are the message with the full experiences that you have. And I want to empower you to invest in your own public speaking skills so you can share your story.
I am 51 this year, and I've spent a lot of my life focusing on my whys. And although those were amazing, because that got me moving and being able to accomplish a lot of my goals, what I've learned was you can't get to the end result of your why if you don't have the right who's. So I want to encourage you all, make sure you have the right who's around you, because those are the people that are going to get you to where you want to go. And when I started focusing on my who's, I was able to accomplish my goals a lot faster. In fact, my word for this year is intentional. And that's exactly what I want to do. Be intentional about the people that you have around you, the people that can get you to where you want to go a lot faster. So focus on your who's.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm back. Generally, I think aging and accepting it is an act of rebellion. It's the final frontier. We are fed this information that we have to look younger, we have to look a certain, we have to look the way we did that took us 50 plus years to get acquainted with, and then you look in the mirror and go, what? No, I was used to that. And now it's time for you to get acquainted again. It's like a second puberty. It's actually pretty exciting because you find out what your secret powers are, and your spidey senses get even better. Listen to them because they're really smart. You've been burned a lot, 50 plus, heck yeah. So use those senses, use the experience, and be able to be an inspiration for those who are looking for that guidance so they don't have to open that darn magazine and let them know what they need to put on their face to make themselves look like they're 25 when it is impossible. Normalize aging.
Thank you.
I am over 40 and I will be 50 next year. So, thank you. People usually ask, well, how do you look so young? I attribute it to smiling. Your smile is not just an expression, it's an invitation. It opens doors, builds bridges, and disarms barriers. A smile is free, so please smile and smile every day.
Thank you so much. Today is a magazine launch. On these round tables is the QR code, and some of the ladies have a little gift. There's a card in there with the QR code. That is the code to scan to see the online magazine. If anybody wants to purchase a custom magazine, I can design it for you. Just come see me after. I'd like to ask the ladies about their experience with the 40 over 40 Bombshell Series. What has this meant to you?
Well, it was truly special. I was in the camera's eye a long time ago, so getting back in front of the camera was a little intimidating, but it made me feel accomplished. I'm giving my children some inspiration to let them know that it's okay to continue and be the best version of yourself no matter when in life. So that was really important too, for everything that you do.
I had so much more fun with this shoot than I ever thought I would. I was really apprehensive because I'm in the process of trying to get very comfortable in very skimpy clothing in front of a lot of people before my show in 8 weeks. As part of that process, Penny had asked me if I was interested in doing this about a year ago. And I was like, maybe, we'll see. As the magazine was getting closer this year, Erica was being featured again, our friend Audrey was being featured again, and I've gotten to know Penny better through the Women's Club and other events. I was starting to prep for my show, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I may never be in this good a shape again. Might as well document it. I went in with measured expectations, thinking, okay, I'm gonna document this. The shoot itself was so much fun. It was very liberating. We had a lot of fun just picking different looks and just going for it. And I still left the shoot having had a great experience with modest expectations for the finished product. And then I saw the shots in our preview, and I was floored. This girl is so talented. If you want an absolutely beautiful snapshot of who you are in this moment, definitely, highly recommend. Really good experience.
Thank you so much.
I loved the experience from the moment that I got into the studio with Penny. She started playing the music that I liked and what I was into, and I felt very comfortable. There was not a moment where I felt awkward or anything like that. It was such a relaxing experience, and I really think that her photograph of me captured the kind of attorney that I would like to be perceived as. It's a very soft, beautiful headshot. I was so excited. I immediately added it to my email so everyone could see. But Penny is wonderful, very talented, easy to work with, and incredibly professional. She walked me through the process step by step from the beginning. When I signed up until today, it's been a pleasure to work with you, Penny. Thank you.
For taking the time to help me celebrate a major milestone. As a news producer, I've spent most of my career behind the camera. To receive this award, I received an award to be Marquis Who's Who in America for the 2024-25 edition. And I wanted to be able to mark that in a special way. And being on the cover of a magazine just did that. Penny's really good with direction. She was the one doing all the directing, saying where you should stand, how you should, view yourself, but again, it wasn't until I saw the photos, I was like, wow, it's very special. It was soft. It brought out my personality and the way that I felt that when people looked at it, they actually saw me. I really appreciate that because everyone cannot do that. So thank you.
So I was the young woman in The Devil Wears Prada who had like the clothes on that didn't match, that she bought at the store, that was not a designer shop at all, that Meryl Streep just like really turned her off. I was the kid who ran away from the camera. It just wasn't something that I enjoyed. I needed a headshot, so I called Penny. It wasn't a terrible experience. Penny made it fun. It was like no fuss, no drama, no big fluff. She told me what to bring, what to wear, what to do, how to sit, how to smile. And in the end, the picture came out nice, and I had the headshot that I needed. If you're like me and you're not a camera person, call Penny.
Thank you.
Well, what can I tell you about the first time, the second time, or the third time? Because it gets addicting. I met Penny at a time when I was really investing a lot in my own transformation. I could experience this very conservative, controlling woman coming out of her shell. The first time was so much fun, but I was still a little, I don't know about this modeling job, although it's very, very tiring. I actually can appreciate the job a lot more after than before. The second time she said, hey, you want to have some fun? I said, sure, let's do the feathers.
Yes.
Let's do the feathers. Just like that, she captured what I really think is probably the perfect picture for my personality, because I believe we have to lead with love. So it was amazing. The experience, the privacy of the process, various outfits, jewelry, and the coaching. I really, really enjoyed it. Thank you.
The camera has always been my first love. Sorry, babe. I started modeling when I was 10, 11 years old, and of course, life happened and had children and put that to the side, but I did a lot with it. So with this experience, it just made me that model coming back out And Penny, you remember my set, you're like, wait, I think you've done this before. And I was just posing away, you couldn't stop me. So for me, I just want to thank you for allowing me to experience that again. I love the camera, and I think the camera loves me. Thank you for capturing the beautiful photos that you did of me. And it made me realize you are a model at any age. Thank you for allowing me to feel that. So it was an amazing experience. Thank you.
So much.
And you're amazing.
Thank you. All of you.
So there are two things that I want to speak about. I want to first echo what Jackie Jimenez spoke about, which is you spoke about her asking us your who's who thing. Okay, so I am over 40, right? All right, so Penny, there were two things. You asked me to bring a prop. And I brought my book, and then you asked me to bring another prop, and I brought the microphone. So I got the chance to take a photo with the microphone and my book. And I also want to talk about the fact that there was an article that was written on us. It was amazing.
Well, I wrote everybody's article that's in the magazine. Please scan the code and check it out. That way you can hear all of the stories. There's a code that leads you to the magazine with the articles that I wrote that you see here today. They're full articles, because I could only get so much in the actual article. But thank you so much. And we were in the news recently. Yeah, Florida did an interview, and that is on social media, and I'm gonna put that on my website as well. Hope everybody checks it out. Thank you.
To my lady that's coming up.
Working with Penny is interesting because from my perspective, I usually am behind the lens, but this becomes a collaboration. It's not just a person shooting you, you are interacting, and I think that's really great, especially when you are used to being behind the camera or a person who avoids the camera at all costs. This allows you to get better acquainted with not just how you look based on what the camera's showing, but how the photographer feels and how you feel in retrospect. So I think it's a nice way to get to know yourself as an individual at this current moment, because it's easy to avoid a camera or do the selfie that looks distorted and not quite right. She's capturing you as you are, and that acceptance of who you are at this very moment is very difficult to accept until you have somebody like Penny that can help make that possible. So
Thank you so much, ladies. And if anybody in the audience that wasn't on the panel wants to say a word or two, you can let me know. I want to also let you know that Gilda's Club is here to raise some money for the great works that they do in the community. We have a raffle. If you haven't purchased a raffle ticket yet, you're going to want to, because there are some amazing prizes there.
There are, I think we're up to 14 different prizes right now. We have gift certificates, books, jewelry. So raffle tickets are $5. We don't charge for any of the services at Gilda's Club. Everyone who walks in the doors is served at no cost to them. So when we do something like a raffle, all of the private funds that we raise go back to the people that we serve. If you bought a raffle ticket or you're planning on buying one, you've done something good for your community today. So thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm gonna just say thank you to all the honorees here today, all the women that have been in front of my camera and sharing their story. Also, thank you again to the sponsors, to the magazine advertisers, and to the nonprofit partners that we have. And I'm going to say goodnight.